Okay, hopefully I made this public because it has been a minute. So I'm gonna give everybody a little second to see if the notifications even go out. Okay, hopefully everybody's doing well. Let's see if my notifications go out. It's been a minute. Did I make this public? Y'all know sometimes I not make my shit public. And sometimes the shit that's not supposed to be public gets public. Hey Ashley, hey Aisha, I'm checking in. Hey Jasmine, I am checking in, y'all. Okay, perfect. How y'all doing? Listen, how has this energy been treating y'all? I so wish this was interactive, y'all. I so wish this was interactive so I could hear y'all speak. I think I'm getting spoiled from Clubhouse because I can hear everybody talk in Clubhouse, right? Oh, thank you. This is my twist out. I don't know if you remember yesterday I had in my Bantu knots on the core. That's a twist out from yesterday. How are you guys doing? I want to talk about the energy and I wanted to check in. Thank you, Ashley. I appreciate it. Yeah. Okay, so if I can just say, like, I have literally been in shutdown mode. I don't think that we have actually spoken from since the new year. I don't think I've went live from since the new year on YouTube. I know you guys have been getting the videos, the daily vibrations, but I don't think I went live from since the new year. So we haven't gotten into any of the energy, but I feel like I've left you guys very prepared because there are over 1,000 videos on the channel. Yay! I didn't even realize I was recording so much, y'all. So I think it's okay for me to take some time off because I've left y'all with a lot of content that is timeless content, right? So I wanted to check in with the family. I wanted you guys to know if you have an iPhone, you need to find me on Clubhouse if you have an iPhone, okay? I'm about to do some new things on Clubhouse, kicking off on March, all right? And then you're also going to see a lot of things changing here on the platform come March also, okay? We're in new energy, so the way that I'm going to be doing things is a little different, especially in the daily vibrations. I need to be able to teach you guys more of how to flow in this energy. Remember last year, it was a year of number 4, manning your square, right? Figuring out how you need to move within the obstacles. Now, you know that 2021, we talked about the signature pattern for 2021 at the end of the year. We talked about it being a number 5. This was going to be a year of change, embracing change, okay? And, my guide is back, y'all. Will is in the house. It's gonna be popping, y'all. Will is in the building. Okay. So let's get into this. All right. Did we not talk about the blackouts, y'all? Did we not talk about some of the things that are now happening in real time right now? Did we not talk about this? Did we not talk about the cranking that was come? Did we not talk about the new wave of energy that was going to come in? Hey, Natasha, sweetie. We talked about a lot of stuff that's transpiring now in the news, especially those of you that that we taught behind the scenes. We've been unpacking some of this energy and some of the things that's unfolding now in real time. Okay, so let's get into this. First of all, let's take a look and see what's going on with the planet so you guys can be very prepared. All right. And we're going to talk about some things that's going on in the planets and some things that you need to know. And if any dates is going to come forth, y'all know how we do. You want to circle these dates. Okay. March 4th and March 5th is going to be some relevant days. And let me just check to see what days those are on, because that is also, I want to see who rules those days. Give me 1 second. Okay. So March 3rd, March 4th, and March 5th. You just want to make sure that you kind of jot those days down. So we got the 3rd is going to be ruled by Mercury. The 4th is going to be ruled by Jupiter. And then the 5th is going to be ruled by Venus. You definitely want to put a circle around the 5th, however, okay? And that is important because number 5, center the birth chart energy, which represents heart chakra energy, right? And this also, when we're dealing with numerology in your birth chart, you can find this energy also tapping into Venus, heart chakra, love, okay? So it's going to be important for you guys to know that. So we're dealing with March 3rd, March 4th, and March 5th, okay? Thank you, Latasha. I appreciate it. This is my my twist outs. All right. You want to make sure you have note of those dates, and definitely you want to trust your intuition within those dates. Now, when we're dealing with March, when we're dealing with March 3rd, you need to know that that Wednesday is ruled by Mercury. Okay. So if you need to do any type of paperwork or any type of communication, or if you need to make any type of phone calls, that might be the best day for you to do this, especially now that we're kind of coming out we're kind of coming out of the retrograde energy by that first week. Okay, so you can kind of breathe a little bit. So we're out of the shadow. We should be coming out of the shadow that week. Okay. Now I also want to say, wait a minute. Wait, y'all. I think I'm on the wrong calendar. No, I'm not. Hold on one second. Okay, this is interesting, y'all, because February and March actually has the same numeric pattern starting the month off. Okay. Now on the 4th, what you want to be mindful for on the 4th is Jupiter's energy. You want to be mindful for expansion of bullshit on the 4th. Okay. So just be mindful of expansion of bullshit on the 4th. Okay. Thursday is ruled by Jupiter. The number 4, also rules you being able to master obstacles. Okay. So we're talking about you doing some self alchemy on that day. All right. Now, keeping in mind that the sun is in Pisces within this energy. So we're also talking about you being able to transcend past illusions, and how are you serving? Like, right. How are you using your energy to serve things? All right. And what energy are you entertaining that's being of service to others, or that's being of service to you? Okay. And that's on all platforms, guys. Okay. When we're coming into March, when we're coming into March 5th, which is a Friday, you definitely want to circle that heart chakra with a major change. And and I want to say this, I don't know why I feel like hearts may be kind of jerked on the 5th. Okay. Hi, Sin. How are you? How are you? I don't know why I kind of feel like emotions may be jerked on March 5th. Okay. So you want to pay attention to even what's going on, not just collectively, but at home. I feel like a tug of the heart, like a trigger on March 5th. Okay. So, all right, now let me get into these planets, right? And I want you guys to take note of what I'm saying here, because there is a picture being painted. All right. And you really need to understand what's going on right here. Okay. Currently, the moon is in Gemini. Okay. But you know that we are in retrograde. So there is a lot of energy going on right now as far as communication is concerned, where it is not clear communication. It could be a little murky. I said Mercury, but I meant murky. It could be a little murky, which means that you may have not articulated this yourself as clearly as you wanted to, or someone may not have come across and was understood the way that they wanted to be understood. So you need to understand that as far as communication is concerned, whether it's verbal communication, electronic communication, it could be a little cross or missed signals right now within this energy. Not to mention technology and all that other stuff also. Okay. So the moon is in Gemini. Okay. And you also have Gemini, aka Mercury, in retrograde. Okay. So the heavy players that we're paying attention to right now, as far as the planets are concerned, is Pisces, because the sun is in Pisces, and we got a lot of Aquarius, Taurus, and Gemini energy in the planets right now. So literally you can think of right now where the planets are, they're really dominated one side of the chart. Okay. So you want to look and see where these planets lie within your birth chart, right? But you need to know, like, just on a collective level, all of this energy is really on one side of the chart. Okay. So there's a story unfolding here. Pisces energies is known for service or servitude as well as transcendence. So you can gain the Pisces energy also with understanding as well as illusions, right? So you can either gain a greater level of understanding within this energy, or you can literally be caught up in illusions. Okay, so you need to know that is where the sun is right now. Right now, the Lord that is ruling the energy right now for the next 30 maybe 20 something days at this point, because we just went into Pisces yesterday, so maybe for the next 30 days or 29 days is Pisces. Okay, so you can gain a great level of understanding within this energy as to where you should be serving or directing your energy, or you can be trapped in illusions. Now we are in retrograde, so people are showing you who the fuck they are in this energy. So when people are showing you who they are, you want to be able to move accordingly. Okay, that's important. Now Mercury is in Aquarius right now. So I'm going to list out all of the planets that we got going on in Aquarius, right? We got Mercury in Aquarius, we got Venus in Aquarius, we got Jupiter in Aquarius, and we got Saturn in Aquarius. All right. So with Mercury in Aquarius, you need to understand Mercury and Uranus energy. There's going to be a greater understanding as far as what your purpose and wanting to liberate yourself and feel free. You don't want to feel trapped right now, especially in the way you think, your thoughts, you know, and how you process things. You don't really want anybody to confine you in your headspace right now. Okay. However, with that, because that Aquarian energy is a all-knowing energy, so that energy can bring you into a greater level, I want to say, of knowing within yourself, right? Especially in the thought process. A lot of that should be internally right now. So a lot of the things that you should be communicating right now shouldn't really be externally. Okay, it should not really be externally. All right. Thank you. I don't know. Thank you so much for the distraction, guys. You see my moderators are on it, because I didn't even know Wesley jumped in here to say something. But I'm going to say this to each and everybody: study to show yourself approved. Okay. Thank you, Ashley. I appreciate you guys, Ashley and Jasmine. I thank you guys so much. Okay, so keeping in mind, once I said again, the Piscean energy can bring in a lot of illusions. I don't know what Wesley said, but you see what type of energy we're dwelling in. Okay, so knowing that your belief systems is not going to match everybody's belief system, the way you understand things, the way you're moving in this energy is not going to match everybody's move of how they're flowing within this energy. Even your loved ones at this time. So just everybody really at this time is requiring their own unique and individual freedom in how they're thinking and how they're moving. Okay. So you're going to have to respect that. You also need to know that's the same way people are feeling about love. That's the same way people are feeling about the things that they want to expand in their life. And that's the same way people are feeling about how they discipline their shit. Because we got Saturn in Aquarius, right? That Aquarius is that rebellious, wanted to do things my way, wanted to figure things out on my own, because I know how I am and I know who I am. So I don't want you to tell me. I know. Okay. That's what Aquarian energy brings. And not only do I know, I am going to rebel if you're trying to put me in a box does not fit where I am headed or where I am. Okay. Hey, Jay. So just know that. All right. Just know that. All right. That energy is there. It's in Saturn. It's there to help you. And as you discipline that part of yourself, you need to know that Jupiter is going to expand. This is the one thing that I want to take away. I want you guys to take away. You got a new 20-year cycle of expansion with Jupiter and Saturn. Okay. Now, let me just also put this out here. You got a 20-year expansion with Jupiter and Satan. It just depends on how you see in this energy, okay? If you are not new to my channel, I want you guys to understand, I'm not sugarcoating nothing for nobody no more in this year, okay? I'm telling y'all right now, at this point in the game, if you are part of the community, I'm not going to give y'all bullshit. I'm not going to give you religious shit without breaking it down as to what it means. I'm not trying to keep nobody in my community community trap. So let me just make a disclaimer right here, okay? If you do not have an idea or a concept about who Jesus is outside of the church and who Jesus is within you, okay, and if you are caught up in looking at Jesus in the sky coming down to save you, you're in the wrong channel. You need to just click off and just leave right now, okay? You just click off and leave right now. Okay. If you're still in the headspace where you think there's a devil outside of you, and if you're still in the headspace where you think Satan is after you, you need to click off right now and you need to leave. Okay. But if you really about some occult science and some real bullshit to help you transcend all of this shit, stick around. I got some shit for you. I'm not playing games no more. All right. If you're trying to babyfoot this spiritual thing and you're not really here for no knowledge, no wisdom, and no information, this is not the channel for you. If you here for my tarot cards because it's all about the man cheating and what to do and who's working spells on you, you in the wrong fucking place. If I use these cards to help people, so if you are not here to help yourself, you are on the wrong channel. Okay, I'm telling you right now, this channel is not for nobody that's not trying to do their work. Okay, it's not for nobody that's not trying to do their work. Okay, hold on one second. This is Kelly Kales. I gotta let her know I'm live. That's where I am with the energy right now. Okay, so this is why you guys really haven't seen me. I've been studying, I've been training, and when I launch all of the new stuff in March, you guys are going to have some new content. Okay, and let me also say this: if you're part of the Patreon community, you got your monthlies. Okay, so Patreon community, you got your monthlies. You also got the ancestor reading that went up, and then on the 23rd, y'all know the 23rd of every month on Patreon, we do the live karma readings. So if you come on and you're part of the Patreon family, on the 23rd, you get your live karma readings if you're there while we're doing it live. Okay, so if you're part of the Patreon community and you don't know, your monthlies were posted on Patreon. The ancestor reading is now up on Patreon, and on the 23rd, we're going to do the karmic readings. Okay, I apologize for those of you that did not get the monthlies this month, but they'll be back next month. Okay, hey Deep, calling Auntie Deep, how are you? Oh yeah, I'm not sugarcoating it anymore. I just feel like this right now, this energy is not about, you can't listen. If you haven't gotten by now that there's something going on, not even on the external, but there's also something going on in you, and you gotta save yourself. This is not the platform for you. I'm gonna tell you right now. Okay, so if you're still trying to figure somebody else out and you're not trying to figure yourself out, this is not the platform for you. If you're not into chakras and you still think that, you know, energy does not exist, and you still think that somebody outside of yourself to save you, I'm telling y'all, this is not the platform for you. It's just not. Okay, so let's get into some things. First of all, I want to say, if there's anybody on here that knows anybody or that is affected by what's happening in Texas, I just want you guys to know that I'm sending out a lot of love. I'm sending out a lot of energy to you guys. And I do not want to be insensitive to anybody's experience. Okay, so I am going to talk about some things, and the things that I am going to talk about is just geared towards preparation of the energy and the shift that we're in. Okay. Thank you, Deep Within Deep. I've missed you too. I've missed you guys. Sometimes you got to shut down and kind of regroup and think for yourself. So let me say a few things. I was supposed to be doing the full moon meditation coming up on the 23rd. I'm not quite sure I'm doing that yet. I think I'm just going to pick it up again in March. Okay. The one thing that I am going to be doing on the 23rd is the ancestral reading on Patreon. All right. So last year, I don't know if you guys remember us talking about the next wave of the crank. I don't know if you guys remember us talking about things being cranked last year. I don't know if you guys remember us talking about the wave and the shift of how things were going to change. Okay. So let's talk about what's going to unfold. Right. So right now, you need to know behind the scenes, there's a lot of code reds going on. And you guys know I teach you the color code system. Whenever they're saying anything is code red, you need to be mindful that your root chakra is being tampered with and it's being activated either to fear or flight mode. Okay. The way to move within this energy right now is for you to ground yourself, okay, internally. Because if you're grounding yourself right now based on how things look on the external, you're going to feel trapped and you're not going to know how to move intuitively. That's imperative. When we were coming into 2021, I told you guys the channel message that was coming in is that you needed to be mentally and emotionally fortified. I told you guys it was going to be a game of mental and emotional stress. Chess, mental and emotional chess. Okay. I also explained to you guys that you was going to have to really be able to master your mind and tell yourself what to think sometimes, as well as to master your emotions and tell yourself what to feel sometimes. Okay. I have a perfect example of that. I spoke to a beautiful young lady. I spoke to her this morning, but this what happened 2 days ago. 2 days ago, she lives in Texas, and she was one of the million people, thousands of people in Texas that was without power. And she's also ex-military. Okay. And I'll say this, and just to sum it up, she told us on the call that a blast went out, okay, to military service people to let them know that pretty much things were going to be shut down and they weren't going to be able to get to help people for a couple of days, and there would be no help. There would be no help coming in for at least a couple of days. Okay. I believe it was a code red system. Immediately, I tell you guys, whenever I hear them call a color code system, I knew that that's hey, ocean lover, root chakra. Now, when we talk about root chakra energy, we're talking about the energy that grounds your stability. We're talking about energy that's stable. Okay, we're talking about family. We're talking about trust. We're talking about money. We're talking about home and stability. Root chakra energy, the grounding energy. Okay, so we got the code red going on, and I'm also going to tell you guys this. I haven't done it in a couple of days. I literally had to shut off the news because I was just, What I felt earlier this week, y'all, was literally like this was Katrina all over again. But this time, instead of water, it's ice, it's snow. Okay. I also told you guys last year to be mindful because the electricity and the grids were going to start shutting down. I told you guys that this was coming. We talked about this last year. I told you guys that, you want to be mindful of the electricity because the grids were going to go down, which also is going to cause, and I don't know. Once you pretty much shut down the electrical grids, you haven't really shut down the cell towers or anything yet. And I don't know why I'm feeling we need to pay attention to the cell towers because that may be compromised soon also. So next time, it may not just be electricity. It may be electricity and communication. Okay. So electricity and your means of communication. So you may not be able to use your phones. Okay. The next thing is this. When that young lady was explaining to us on the phone that basically when that transmission went out, because she's ex-military, she picked up immediately what they were trying to put out there was fear tactics, right? This was fear. Of course, you got millions of people, thousands of people without power, and it's freaking cold. Not a good look. So what y'all need to know is now that happened, they're also going to crank the virus. Okay. So you're going to find that there's a crank also there. Okay. I've explained to you guys before that what's happening here with us is that we are coming in alignment and that we are now going through a space of an activation. I don't even know if you guys have been keeping up with the the movies to pay attention really what's going on, because I always teach you guys to really pay attention to the movies so you can see what's going on and what's happening. Okay. I do want to tell you guys this is not the only natural disaster that's going to take place this year. Okay, I'm not going to go off on a tangent right now of what happened to the money and why their systems were not updated. What you're going to see from this event is a few things. You're going to see that tribes and communities that need to come together have now met. So this is going to be an activation of tribes and communities. Okay. What you're also going to see is that people are going to have to be held accountable. All right. So although there was devastation and destruction and people dying, you need to know that a shift is happening. Right. And with this shift is happening, there has to be an up curve. Like you got things got to be turned up, things got to be turned up. The one thing that they're popping into my mind now, I'm not even a farmer. I'm not even a gardener, but what I'm seeing mentally right now is like the pulling up, or the digging up of hard soil. Like when you gotta take the pick and just dig the soil because it's dry, it's hard, and there's no water. There's literally like a digging up of soil happening right now, literally, spiritually, and I definitely want to say, even on the physical level. The earth is showing you guys, okay? There's a purge happening, not just within you, not just within systems, but also physically within the earth, right? And let me just tell you guys something. For a long time, you've had religious systems in place for people to go to, through devastation and loss, right? What you're going to find happening now is people are going to be looking more towards the aspect of astrology, numerology, maybe even looking into what some may deem pseudosciences, occult science, herbal remedies, rituals. You're going to find people going back to more of the ancient way of doing things spiritually, working with the earth. Okay. And some may call this, being a pagan, like whatever. Listen, whatever labels people want to put on it, what you're going to learn as we're moving through this energy, you need to get a spiritual ritual. You need to create your own spiritual ritual. How are you going to deal with shit when shit hits the fan and, with you? How are you going to deal with it? Right. And a lot of people don't want to hear this because some people feel like, well, I'm good right now. Right. Like I'm good right now. But what I'm telling you guys right now, you got Uranus energy sitting in second house energy. Okay, that's Taurus. We're talking about possessions here. We're talking about your money here. I told you all from since last year, the way that you're making money and the way that you're doing things have changed. Okay, so if anybody is still looking towards doing things the same way, as far as income is concerned, as far as how you generate money is concerned, especially if you own your own business, okay, you need to know the way of doing that stuff has changed. Okay. If any of you are, not working right now, you've been doing something maybe for the past 10 to 15 years, what you're going to find, guys, is that you may feel led to change your career path, your vocation. That is where the energy is right now. Okay. We are now positioned right now, y'all, and Uranus is going to be in Taurus until 2025. Okay. Uranus is in Taurus until 2025. Hey, Marsha. Which means that money area, that liberation, that Aquarian age information is in your money house, okay, your possession house until 2025. So a lot of you are going to feel this shift. And let me just tell y'all, what we're dealing with now, we're gonna be experiencing shit like this up until 2025. Y'all think that this shit is chaotic right now, especially now that you have a new power in the system, a new power controlling the system. Please don't think because you have a new power controlling the system, the governmental system, that everything is now smooth and there's going to be no rifts. Please, okay. Please do not think, okay, because you think blue has won, that shit is going to be even, right? I don't know if I did it here, and I don't know if I talked about the energy. Okay, let's get into this. Y'all know how we do. We're about to get into this. Let's look at some signs and some symbols. Okay. Now, is anybody familiar with the goddess Kali? Okay. Yeah, I might want to do some research in the Kaluga or the calligrapher, I hope I pronounced that properly. But I don't know if anybody's familiar with the goddess Kali, right? Kali is the goddess of endings and beginnings. She is also the goddess of destruction. So Kali comes in and really chops off the head of anything that is not fruitful right now. Right? So we're in energy of Kali. Now, symbolically, Kali is represented as a blue deity. That is important. right? I'm gonna say this to you guys. My intuitive nature is telling me that the current person that is in rulership over the United States right now is not going to make it throughout the next 4 years. Okay. So and you got, you know, you can look at the energy and you can look at this man. Oh, thank you. You like to hear Kelly Cows. Ow, ow. So I don't feel like that energy. I don't feel like that energy is going to be the one that is going to be running office for the next 4 years. So please understand that the energy is going to be swapped over to Camilla. All right. And as the energy swapped over to Camilla, that is also an indication of we're back into the energy of the feminine. Okay. And let me just tell you, that is the only way that America could have gotten the feminine energy in, because they wasn't going to outright vote a woman in to take over like that. Okay. They wasn't going to do that. So they have to, this was a way to get that feminine energy in there. So please understand this. Please understand this. Okay. Everything that is happening externally is also being guided on the astrology, so you need to know that, right? So she represents an energy of change. She represents an energy of endings and beginnings. Okay. However, I will say this, in the midst of everybody celebrating this new power shift, you also have to understand that there's a shift happening. So people are also going to be exposed for misuse of funds, things that has been going on that the public may not have been aware of. Guess what? People are going to find out some shit right now. So be prepared, because the year that we're in, if you think that you've had jaw-dropping experience from shit that you've seen in the news, from shit that you've heard, if you think that people can't crank it any more than they've been cranking it, sit back and watch. Sit back and watch how people can fucking spin. I'm gonna tell you something. Like, I'm a person, and Kelly Kells will tell you this. I'm a person that will try to find a meaning and give you an analogy for some things. And lately, I've just been like, I got nothing. I got nothing. I got nothing. Like I got nothing. Right? I went on a tangent, just like asking spirit, like, do you not see what's going on right now? So let me just tell my spiritual family how you need to move. How you need to be moving within this energy is, once again, you need to be able to trust your intuition, and you need to pay attention to the signs. I told you guys last year that we were going to be heading into some more challenges. Okay. That red bridge, I don't know. I think, is that the Golden Bridge, the red bridge in San Francisco? Okay. I don't know if that's the one that they call the Golden Bridge, but there's a red bridge, and I believe that red bridge is in San Francisco. I don't believe it's LA, but I believe it's in San Francisco. And that has been popping up for a while now, as that's going to be affected. I don't know if there's going to be some type of structural thing that they need to address. Okay. There's also going to be some more natural disasters and some jaw dropping. I can't fucking believe that this shit is happening moments. Okay. There are going to be some, oh my God, I'm so happy I trusted my intuition and didn't travel or didn't, go anywhere listen. Intuition right now at this point is saving lives. I'm gonna be real with y'all. Intuition right now at this point is saving lives. Okay. So be prepared for some more natural disasters to happen. Okay. You also need to know that the pole shift is happening. So the North Pole, or what used to be the North Pole, is now becoming the South Pole, which means places that were warmer are now going to become colder. Places that were colder are now going to become warmer. This happens in processions, y'all. Okay, so they're very aware of what they consider to be global warming is something that happens throughout the planet every time we get back to a cycle, or like a golden age, or you approach a golden age. Like the same thing, how the dinosaurs just died and froze their asses up, and nobody. Please understand what's happening, y'all. Okay, you can go back into astrology and you can track all of this stuff. You can go back to history and you can kind of find out where the planets and shit was when all of this stuff was happening. We're in a full-blown pole shift. This is Googleable. Okay, Do your research. This is Googleable, which means that you are going to have to make sure that you listen to your intuition and do what you're told. If it's something as simple as getting a portable generator, if it's something as simple as maybe buying an extra case of water, right? So you need to be mindful of that. Okay. There is going to be, I feel like there is going to be some cities that are going to be affected more than most, right? And this is what I am going to say. Pay attention to where the grimiest politicians lie, and then you're going to begin to see some recompense happening in those areas. Okay, so you want to be mindful of that. Oh, it is the Golden Gates. Okay, thank you. Yeah, the Golden Gates. So be mindful. Yeah, there's something that's going to unfold with the Golden Gates Bridge, y'all. Okay. I don't know exactly what that is, but yeah. Okay. Yeah, there's also something going on like within the airspace. There's something with the plane and maybe some type of navigation issues. Okay. So you want to be mindful. Something may be going down with a plane going down. Okay. Is what I'm hearing. And this is not to scare nobody. What we're doing here is reading the signs of the time. So I'm giving you this information. So if you get a hunch within your spirit that you shouldn't be traveling and getting on no plane, you want to listen. Okay. The hurricanes are going to be kind of different this year, okay? So you want to watch whenever they're talking about these hurricane weathers or these hurricane storms that's coming in. You're going to find that this year they're going to be unlike any other, okay? You need to know that. And then I also want you to pay attention to where on the Earth's grid a lot of these storms are happening and they're taking place, okay? Ruby Queen, the goat, said, hi, this is very interesting. Yeah, you want to pay attention to where a lot of these really bad storms is happening, okay, and in what cities they're happening, okay, because that is also not by coincidence. I'm just going to put that out there, okay. So you want to be mindful of that. All right. Now, I'm not going to go in and get all conspiracy theory on you guys. I'm just not going to do that. I'm just telling you what's coming through spirits. Okay, so let's get into some dates. All right. Yeah, ready. I'm gonna give you a second to get your pens and stuff so we can get into some dates. All right. Where's my notebook? Because I know I talked about this maybe in Clubhouse. Okay. I don't know why. I feel all right. Yeah, hold on one second. I gotta go get my notebook so we can get the dates. 1 second. I gotta get the notebook so we can have the date, and I want to be able to make sure you guys have all of this information. Okay, so y'all know that we talked about some dates. I gave you some dates last year, and I'm also gonna just go through the channel that I got back in January because I didn't go live when this information came in. All right, so on January 18th, okay, I was in meditation and a channel came through. Queen Ruby said her intuition led me to you. Also, you are in the right place, Queen Ruby. Anyone that finds me is because you are ready for the information that I have. And I just gave my whole speech on like, I'm not here. If you were here, hey, Lori, how are you, beautiful? I've missed you too. Welcome. Everybody, we need to give Queen Ruby some love. Okay. Welcome. Queen Ruby, you're in the right place. I gave my whole spew at the beginning of my my live that is going to be different on the channel moving forward. I'm not giving out any more baby information. So if you're not about your growth and your evolution, and if you are still stuck on the religious structure, this may not be the place for you. I deal with occult science. I deal with astrology. I deal with numerology. I deal with fairies. I deal with dragons. I deal with the ancestors. I deal with energies that has transitioned. Okay. I deal with other multi celestial beings. If that is not what you are into, this may not be the place for you. Okay. So if you are still stuck in what you can see, this ain't the place for you, because we do not deal with what you can see here in this realm. We deal with the unseen here on my channel. Okay. So a channel came through on January 18th, 2021. And when they came through, they announced the energy as the Ancient Ones. Okay. One of the things that they really wanted to stress within this energy, that doubt is, you're going to doubt anything in this season means that you're going to do without. Okay. So you can't move through, Cream Ruby says she on 5D, y'all. Cream Ruby pants. All right. So you need to know right off the back, if you're moving in doubt, okay, for 2021, you will do without. Let me repeat myself again. If you're moving within doubt or fear, okay, in 2021, because this is a year of change. And remember, we talked about being flexible. Mental and emotional chess is the name of the game. Whoever is controlling you mentally and emotionally is controlling how you move, what you do, what you think, and how you feel. So you're going to have to man your feelings and sometimes tell yourself how to feel. And you're going to have to mind your mind and tell yourself sometimes what the fuck to think. Okay. Hey, CA, how are you, beautiful? So doubt is not allowed. You're going to have to get rid of that shit, okay? You doubting something, find you a manifestation, meditation, find you something, some music, whatever you need to do to ground yourself, okay? Doubt is not the place that you want to sit in, okay? We are an expansive energy, all right? And remember, whatever you don't give permission to yourself spiritually, internally, you don't get it externally, okay? No matter how much you say. If you don't feel like you're worthy of a thing, you are not allowed to have that thing, okay? All right? So that's why I'm not okay. So this is exactly why I'm making my changes, y'all. I'm very aware of what's going on, okay? Oh, Carol. Okay. All right. Y'all be changing y'all names and stuff, Okay. That's Carol, y'all. CA's Carol. Okay. The next thing they wanted you guys to know is the activation had already begun. Some of you are probably already getting your messages directly. Okay. Some of you are already experiencing some different things on a spiritual level. Maybe some things that you can't physically say to other people because they'll think you batshit crazy, right? Whole nother, so some of you are already experiencing that. Some of you are probably already experiencing maybe even your Kundalini energy flowing through your body. Some of you for the first time are learning about chakras or whatever you are, wherever you are, you need to understand that there are activations within you that's happening. Okay. Whether it be a physical activation or a mental activation or emotional activation, there are activations going on. Okay. So you need to be mindful of that. All right. They talked about a few things. All right. Now, I don't know if this is going to hit each individual. So you take the information and you place it and you do with it what you need to. Okay. Yep. Without doubt. Yep. Deep within deep. That was the message. Okay. If you doubt, you're going to do without. Okay. Don't nobody snatch that. That's my t-shirt right there, y'all. Don't nobody, I bet not see none of y'all snatch my t-shirt idea. I'm circling that t-shirt. I'm just saying, yeah. Okay. I'm going to talk about a few realms right now, right? I'm going to talk about a few. Okay. Let me time out. Let me pause for a second because this is going to be a good plug right here. Okay. What y'all are going to be seeing next month is this. I am going to be making some t-shirts, but the t-shirts that I'm going to be making are going to have charged energetic symbols that I'm getting directly from the spiritual realm. Okay. So these t-shirts are going to have symbols on them. And the symbols are going to be charged. I'm not copying nobody else's symbols. Like the ancestors are giving me these symbols themselves. Okay. And then they're going to go on the t-shirts and then they're going to be activated based on what the symbol is. Hey, Nana, how are you? Natasha, it's been a minute. Okay, Jasmine, I fell asleep. Gotta be honest with you, probably on episode 2. So I'm gonna have to play back from episode 3. Like I remember watching all of episode 2, but I gotta go over to episode 3. Yeah. So that will be what I'm doing this weekend, without a doubt. Okay. Let's talk about some of these realms. And if any of you, my empaths, because I do attract Hayaka empaths. Okay. A lot of my subscribers and a lot of my community people in my tribe are empaths. So you guys may be Okay, tapping into some of this information. The diamond realm, the crystal city realm, where with the blue people. Okay, the realm of the emerald gods. Okay, now, um, I haven't gotten really any more clarity or information from these, from these realms. And I gotta be honest, I have not went in to ask about the realm of the emerald gods. I have not went in to ask about Crystal City and the blue people, and I have not went in to ask about the diamond realm. Yes, retrograde will be over actually tomorrow. But what you will find is you're still in the shadow of retrograde, maybe for the next 2 weeks, right? So give it after tomorrow, still give it another 2 weeks to let like the energy actually fade out, right? Um Thank you, Carol. Carol, this is just straight out some water, leave-in conditioner, and twist, because y'all know I do the natural hair thing. But I'm actually feeling my curls today, y'all. I am. I'm feeling the curls today. All right, so we're gonna have to break down these realms. I will go into meditation and get more information on these realms for you. The diamond realm, the crystal city realm with the blue people, and the realm of the emerald gods. Okay. Now, let me just say this to you guys before. I told you guys last year that if you are not practicing speaking in your archaic language, aka tongues, aka light language, right? That you need to get on your game and start doing that. I told you guys that, right? I even went into explaining the science as to why you want to do that. I even went into explaining that the English language is the most lower vibrational language that there was, and you needed to start really tapping into the higher frequency. Okay, that is something that you need to make sure that you're doing in 2021. Okay, being able to break states, okay, out of your English dialect is going to be necessary, okay, in your spiritual practices. All right, so just know that. All right. The next thing that you need to be paying attention to, that one of the signs that they talked about was looking for the red dragon. Look for the red dragon because it will be the sign of the change. I don't know if anybody got any insight on that. Okay. The shadow ends on March 7th, y'all, of retrograde. Okay. Yeah. Listen, and this is another thing that you guys are gonna have to learn. You're gonna have to go research your own stuff. Like, I can give you the information, but you should not just take my information. You should really research stuff for your own. Study to show thyself approved. Okay. So, however or whatever the red dragon symbolizes or means to you, or now that you have this information and the red dragon appears, this is how you do the work spiritually, y'all. Now that you have the sign that pay attention to the red dragon, you want to be mindful where you are when you see a red dragon in front of you. AKA, if you're standing, maybe trying to cross the street and a Red Bull truck pulls up and I think Red Bull got the red dragons in them, right? I think Red Bull has a red dragon in them, right? So if something like that happens where you just see a truck with Red Bull and you see a red dragon in there pop up, you want to ask yourself, step into awareness at that point. What am I thinking? What's going on? What's the message? Okay. Can you tell us the name of the book of symbolisms? To be honest with you, I'm gonna have to probably post something, because the one that I have, I want to recommend that. But I have some on PDF, but I just don't remember the name of them. Hey, Kalia, how are you? I have this one, but this one is no good. Let me show you. But I have some on PDF that I got to pull out. This, I don't recommend this one. This don't really, like, this is, what I will say is this is lightweight, and it doesn't have all of them. And I mean, maybe for beginners, yeah, but it doesn't have all of them. So I bought this one, but most of mine are in PDF form. I just got to go find the names of them for you. Yeah, like some of like a cult book of symbols or something but I don't know the author, but I will have to find that for you. Like, you wanna, I would not do anything. Like, you want to look when we're dealing with signs and symbols, you may want to go occult. You may want to look for names that says like occult in anything. Usually when you see occult in anything, they're getting past the surface shit. Okay. So, and just so you know, occult just simply means hidden science. That's it. Just like, apocalypse don't only mean destruction. Apocalypse also means to unveil, to reveal. So right now, some people are saying we're going through an apocalypse. Yeah, we're going through an unveiling, a revealing. And sometimes when you unveil stuff, you got to pull a bandage off, and that shit can hurt, right? So I'm doing well, Kalia. Hey, Pam Pam, how are you? Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah. They came, my twist out came out nice today. Hey, I am Kalili. I'm pretty sure if I butchered your name, that means that you are welcome to the community. That's how you know you're welcome here. Thank you, Nana. I appreciate you. Okay. So just pay attention to anything that you're seeing, maybe with red dragon symbols. You want to be mindful of what's going on, what you're thinking, what you're doing. Okay. Come into a place of awareness. Okay. This is where I wrote in caps. They wanted the message to be, oh, hey, Angela Moon, how are you, beautiful? They wanted you to be aware, guys, right? That this is not a season to be afraid. Remember, to doubt is to do without, okay? You are going to see a lot of things externally that's going to try to stir up fear, but you got to remain grounded spiritually. That's going to be important, okay? I wrote this down, y'all. I wrote this down. And I just want to give the disclaimer right now. This is not me trying to scare anyone. This is just a channel. And y'all know how I do. I'm going to tell y'all what comes through, right? All right. There's going to be live sacrifice, which means that there's going to be a lot more deaths. Okay. Yeah. And we talked about how this wave was coming. Okay. Go back to some of my last live. I'm not going to go into explaining the wave. Okay. But you can go back and I break down how that wave is coming in. Okay. I'm just giving y'all what's here. Okay. Okay. The one thing that they wanted me to note was this is required for the change to happen. Okay. And then let me just also pause and just let you guys know, right? You got to understand the way this energy moves. What you think of death is really just a rebirth. And there's no such thing as death like we're taught. Okay. Death in the way we taught is bullshit. Everything has to die for it to be life, right? Which means that although someone may physically not be in this body anymore, that does not mean that their spirit or their soul is dead. They have an option to come back towards the light and reincarnate, or go towards the opposite direction, towards the darkness, and go into other realms, other dimensions. Okay, your choice. You come towards the light, you reincarnate. You go towards the darkness, you go back to source. Okay, so understand that. All right. Oh, Queen Ruby, you in the right place, girl. I'm a Scorpio too, and I got a whole bunch of that up in my chart. Okay, so you are in the right place. Okay, and maybe that's why it's easier for us, because we're constantly transforming. We are constantly in transformation, and that is exactly why when you have a Scorpio to step into your life, they're going to transform your life. Now, the question is, are they a mature Scorpio that's going to bring about beautiful, life-changing experience, or are they going to be an immature Scorpio that's going to cause some, havoc and some revengeful shit to unfold within your experience? Okay. So just know it. But Scorpios are going to bring in transformation or transformative energy into your experience. All right. So you need to know that. It's just where you are in your walk. But, it may be some painful transformation if they're not matured, or it could be more beautiful. I think Scorpios are often misunderstood. That's just my personal opinion. Another thing that I wrote down, because we've been talking about this for a little while here on the channel, we've been talking about the timeline change, and knowing that, we're definitely in new timelines. We're not in the same timeline anymore. One of the things that I took as I was in meditation was they mentioned the dates of September 18th, 2021, as timelines are official. Okay. So timelines are official. 9/18/2021. I have not went in to check out if any of these dates are around any of the the transits, or any particular transits. Okay, but usually when dates come through, they're usually linked to astrological transits, so you guys can go and do your research for these particular dates. Okay, so you have 9/18 of 2021 as the date of timeline. There's some type of seal in the timeline on that date. Okay, there's other another message on that day. Now, on that day, I have here, watch for the ox with the blue light. I don't know what the fuck that means, y'all. Okay, and if anybody has any information on that, but it says the timelines are officially closed on 9/18/21. Watch for the ox, and watch for the blue light. Okay. Um, Now I also have the horizon, okay, the blue lagoon. Okay. Here's another thing that I wrote down. There's also going to be heavy water activity. Okay. There's going to be heavy water activity. So you're going to have to be mindful as we are moving throughout the year. You're going to see heavy water activity. And that could be some within the global changes that's happening right now. Okay. All right. Mastery of your mind and your emotions is what I'm going to say. I'm going to run down the dates that I got, and some of the dates that okay. I'm not going to give you January date, but actually let me give you the date in January so you can also benchmark it and maybe go back to that date in January just in case you need that date to connect to another energetic field. Okay. Now, keep it in mind, you really need to know mastery of your mind and your emotions is important this year. If you're moving throughout 2021 and you're not trying to man your emotions, right? What narratives are you creating? If your perception about this situation that you've been in for the past 5 years, is it still the same, right? And you still getting the same fucking results and you haven't changed your perception about something, you still trying to squeeze fucking lemon juice out of a dried up fucking lemon? Okay. You're gonna have to do some things this year, y'all. Okay. You whatever change you are looking for this year, you're gonna have to become that change. All right. Whatever change you're looking for, you're gonna have to become that change. And the first thing that you need to do is do that mentally and then infuse it emotionally. Okay. So mental and emotional chess is what you're manning this year. You're gonna have to learn how to be flexible within this energy. There are going to be some more jaw-dropping things unfolding this month. Okay. If you think they couldn't, you're gonna be like, oh no, oh, I thought you if you think they could not crank it, and I'm not just talking about political and all of that shit. I'm even talking about people in your own circle. Just saying. People you work with. Okay. I'm just saying. Yeah. Yeah, they're gonna be more hurricanes and they're gonna be even more okay. So Angela said the Chinese year of the ox. The Chinese New Year happened already, y'all. I don't know if Chinese New Year came in already. Did Chinese New Year come in already, y'all? I don't know if it did. Okay, so if somebody can let me know. Because if it hasn't come in already, I would like to know what the coalition is. It has come in. Okay. Okay. What was that in January? Because this message came in on January 18th. Was that in January? When did that happen? It was the 12th of January or the 12th of February? Okay. The 12th of February. Okay. So okay. All right. So I don't know what the ox represents, y'all. The year of the bull. Oh, I'm fucking done. I'm fucking done. Okay. Didn't I sit up here and told y'all that fucking Uranus was in Taurus, the fucking bull, until 2025? Listen to me, y'all. Listen to me. Okay. The bull can be stubborn. All right. Second house energy is trying to position you where you can prepare yourself for this expansion. The bull energy can be stubborn. Okay. The bull energy and also that Taurus energy can also be very fucking materialistic. This is not the season for that. This is not the season for keeping up with the fucking Joneses. Okay. Understand what's going on here. There's a lot of energy on the focus of this Taurus energy. Okay. You got Mars in Taurus, right? And by the way, Mars is not retrograde this year. Okay. So all Mars want to do is move this year. Okay. But you also got Uranus in Taurus, right? Checking Mars. Okay. I see you want to move, but this is not where the fuck you're supposed to be going. Your ass want to move over here, but this is not. No. So because your ass is not supposed to be going over here, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to fuck all your shit up. Guess what? Now, boom. Your ass can't go no fucking where. That's how this energy is moving. Okay. Yeah, Angela, Mercury's coming out of retrograde tomorrow, but you want to be mindful, okay, because it's not out of its shadow until maybe the first week of March. Okay, please understand this. Now I'm understanding it. Okay, so the Chinese New Year is the year of the ox because they said watch for the ox. Okay, blue lights. Okay, horizon is blue. Okay, and also lagoon, I don't know what that means. Heavy water, a lot of heavy water energy. Okay, all right, let me give you all these dates. Okay, pay attention to what went down to you or what happened around 1/21/2020. Okay, so 1/21/2020 was an important date, and my apologies because I did not go live. This is my first time going live from since the year, so pay attention to what happened on that date. Hey, Lily Jules, how are you, beautiful? Right? You also want to pay attention to February 23rd, 2021. I think we got a full moon coming in, the 24th, if I'm not mistaken. Let's take a look. We got the full moon, if I'm not mistaken, but I also want you guys to create your own spiritual rituals, y'all. February 23rd, 21. February, so 2/23, 2021 is going to be an important date. Okay. Let's see here. The moon is currently in Gemini. The next full moon, yeah. The next full moon is on the 27th and it's happening in Virgo, guys. Okay. Great energy for you to be analyzing how you're going to be going into your new energy, your new Aries energy. Okay. You feel stuck? Uranus is there to bring up your stuck shit, especially if we're talking about stuck in second house energy, how to move. Okay. So pay attention to February 23rd, 2021. You want to be mindful. And what I'm hearing here is you may want to just pay attention to media and social media that day. Okay. Pay attention to what's happening in the media and social media that day, because it could give you a good indication of how you need to move. Okay. From May 5th, 2021 to May 9th, 2021, you also want to jot those dates down. And I believe like Cinco de Mayo is the Day of the Dead. Okay, portals are being opened that day. And that energy portal is going to range from the 5th to the 9th. Okay. Question is, what are you investing in within those? What energy are you investing in within those dates? So you just want to make sure you jot down within those dates investments. Now, however that pan out in you, this could be physical investment, this could be financial investment, and this could be emotional investment. So you want to take a look at what you're investing in within this energy. Okay. Now, another thing that I'm going to be doing with the daily vibrations, which will be starting back up again on Monday. Okay, just so you guys know. And then there's going to be some new things happening on the channel coming up in March. Okay, if you have not joined me on Instagram yet, you need to do so. Okay, because there's going to be content over there on Instagram also. And if you're on Clubhouse, you need to find me because I'm going to be doing some new things on Clubhouse also. If you have an iPhone, I don't believe they've rolled it out to Androids yet. So if you have an iPhone, you need to go ahead and do so. Hey, my beautiful. How are you, Sam? Ah, you like to hear Sam? I know it's Sam because of your head wrap. Okay. So we got thank you, Carol. I appreciate it. Okay. So we have May 5th to May 9th. Okay. Remember, we're talking about investments. Ah, thank you, Sam. Okay, so May 5th to May 9th of 2021, you want to make sure that you're paying attention to how you're investing your energy, whether that's financially, whether that is spiritually or emotionally. Okay, that day is also Cinco de Mayo on the 5th. Okay, the veil is going to be very thin within these days. Okay, if you're doing any type of spiritual work, you need to know that the veil is very thin, very thin. Okay. Now, I already gave you the date of 9/18/2021. Okay. And I already told you that you have to pay attention to hi, I'm live. Can I call you back in a few minutes? Are you working late or you heading home? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. All right. I'll call you back. I'm live on YouTube now. Yes. Okay. Okay. Bye. Okay. So remember, official timelines closing. Okay. So you want to be mindful of that. And then keeping in mind, like around September, we start to filter on back over to the underworld. Like we start to creep back up into, fall energy. Okay. So pay attention to that date. The next date that you want to jot down is 11/18/2021. 11/18/2021. Okay. And for that one, I heard gaining independence. Okay. All right. 11/18/2021. You can jot down gaining independence. Okay. Yeah, okay. So Angela, 9/18/2021. That's when the notes here say the timelines are official. You know how we've been talking about choosing your timeline? We've been talking about that for a year and a half now. Like you shift timelines. Okay. So timelines are official, which simply, means that you should have been operating in your new timeline from since last year. So there should be no doubt by September 2018, 2021, where you stand in your walk. There should be none. Okay. There should be none. Okay. Okay. So then, oh, this is backwards. I'm sorry. This is backwards. You also have June 21st, 2021 to June 24th, 2021. June 21st, 2021 to June 24th, 2021. Also, you want to jot those dates down. All right. Let me see something. I want to see what's going on in June. Let me see what's going on in June. Okay. So on June 24th, okay, there is a full moon in Scorpio. I'm sorry, not Scorpio, Sagittarius. Okay. And then you also need to know on June 21st, the moon is in Scorpio until that full moon happens in Sagittarius. Why is that important? That is important because Scorpio energy represents transformation. That is important because when you get over to the full moon energy in Sagittarius, that energy also can represent a shift in your perception. Okay. So you can utilize that energy to help you there. Right. Now, I also want to make note here that if you're following the Mayan calendar, right, you're coming towards almost the end of the 13 moon cycle, right? You want to jot down the date 7/25/2021. Okay. And for that date, you want to definitely make note magnetic shift. Oh. Thank you so much, Sam. I appreciate it. Okay. Magnetic shift. Okay. 7/25/2021. Now, let me just say this to my empaths. Okay. Um, you guys will be feeling this shift internally. So you may want to maybe try to do some fasting. Make sure you're eating light around that day. So make note of that too. Most of you may feel just led to do that. Okay. My empaths, you will definitely feel the transition of the energy in your body. Okay, so you need to do that. So you may want to watch what you're eating and drink plenty of water. So be mindful to drink plenty of water around 7:25. Hey, Kelly Cows. Okay. All right. So anybody got any questions for me? If you guys have any questions, if you have anything to share, let me know. I wanted to make sure I came on. It's been a long time coming, y'all. I've been preparing to come live a few times. And then when I sat down to set up, Spirit was like, no. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Kelly Kel says she missed y'all. Mm-mm. Spirit was like, no, 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 no. So check this out, y'all. Starting on March 3rd, 2021, I am going to be doing the lecture on the 7 Hermetic principles. All right. If you have not, it's going to be for $30 donation. I will be going through the 7 Hermetic principles. And I will also be connecting the chakras, as well as some information of how you can shift through the energy, how you can move through the energy. The 7 Hermetic principles you can find in every religion that dwells on this earth. They are the 7 laws of the universe that can help you to master yourself, not to take things personally. Okay. They can also put you in a position, my love. And she is right. Okay. Kelly be telling me I give too much shit away for free. Just so y'all know. Okay. I give too much stuff away for free. So I want you guys to know that not only do I link up the chakra systems with the principle, but I also link up the planet in which you can tap into the energies for these 7 Hermetic principles. Okay. So you got the first principle, which is the law of mentalism, and everything is mental. Then you got the principle of the law of correspondence, right? You got the principle of the law of vibration. Then you got the principle, the law of polarity. Okay. You got the principle, the law of rhythm. Okay. You got the principle, the law of cause and effect, which is the law of karma. Okay. If anybody don't know that law, you really need to get that, because that's happening in real time right now, cause and effect. A lot of people don't know that you are the cause to the effects that's happening in your life. Ain't nobody causing shit to happen but you, honey. Point blank and period. Okay. Oh no. Sam says she with it. Put a price on it. I'm telling y'all. Yeah, Kelly, yeah. Just Kelly would be like, nah, you yeah. Mm-mm. 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 I done got lectured to plenty of times behind the scenes, y'all. Okay. And the last law is the principle of gender. And I think this one is really, really imperative also, because a lot of people are not operating that everything has a masculine and a feminine side. Everything has a masculine and a feminine side. I don't have a coin here, but even a fucking coin, a dollar bill, got 2 sides, y'all. Okay. Y'all think that shit's by coincidence? Everything has a dual side. Okay. Angela said there's been instant karma lately. Yes, Angela. Oh, yeah. That's where we are right now. That's where me and Kelly been sitting back and watching Recompense. That's where we are right now in real time. Okay. Now, if you have not noticed, the daily vibrations have changed. Okay. And they were going to be starting again on Monday. All right. So the daily vibrations are starting again on Monday, and they have changed. Okay. It is going to be more teaching basis of how you can get out of your shit and start walking in your truth. Okay. According to my girl Kalia, how you can get out of your shit and get into your shift. Okay. So please be mindful. Like I said, if you're not here to learn, grow, and expand, you're in the wrong place. Right. When I'm doing the monthlies right now, I'm not going to be giving y'all just shit about the undoing of other people's shit. I'm going to give you how you can step into your own power and your truth. I'm not babysitting people's spirituality anymore. Okay. Hey, SSM, how are you, beautiful? Okay, so that lecture, okay, the 7 principles, the 7 Hamed principles is going to be on the 3rd at 3 p.m. Okay, so that's March 3rd at 3 p.m. for a $30 donation. It's for about an hour and a half. And I literally go through all of this information, breaking down the chakra and then breaking down how you can master this principle, especially in the times that we're in. Okay, if you do not have some type of spiritual practice, you need to get one. All right, I'm not saying you got to go to church. Okay. I'm really not saying you gotta go to church. Okay. Matter of fact, I think you need to create your own church. But then again, that's just me. Okay. Because obviously we have in church right now, y'all, where 2 or more have gathered, right? Thank you, Jean. How are you? Where 2 or more are gathered, guess what? There I am, right? So just know that we have in church right now, y'all. Create your own spiritual ritual, your own spirit's ritual. So when you talk about being spiritual, do you have a ritual for your spirits? Does your spirit has its own ritual? And if it doesn't, you need to create one. Okay. And it can be something as simple as you getting up every day and taking a walk and talking to the ducks that float in the pond. It can be as simple as you getting up and making coffee and just talking to your higher self, your ancestors, right? It can be as simple as you praying when you go into the shower every morning before you go out to work. Okay. Come up with a ritual for your spirit to keep you grounded in this time. All right. Please understand what I'm saying. I told y'all at the beginning, if y'all think what happened in Texas, please ground yourself. Ground yourself. Okay. You have to ground yourself. All right. And trust your intuition in this energy. All right. Is it no. It's the same one. It's the same one. It's not a part 2. It's the same one. The information is going to be the same, maybe developed or delivered differently, Jasmine, but you have the same information. You have the same, it's going to be the same information. All right. Okay. So if you are interested, okay, that class is going to be coming up on the 3rd. All right. It's some powerful information, y'all. I got to be honest with y'all. I kind of, and I taught the class, like real talk. I got to be honest, like when the information came together, because, y'all know, like y'all know, I'll be, okay. So I can't, like, I got to be prepared. And when the information was coming together, it was just divine. Spirit literally just started to show me like what chakras went where. So I'm giving you all of this information so you can be able to move through this energy. All right. All right, let's do this. Let's post some cards before I go, right? Because we did not do we didn't do any monthlies this month. So I'm gonna post some cards before I go. And we just gonna thank our angels, we're gonna thank our guides, we're gonna thank our ancestors, we're gonna thank our higher self, and we're going to ask of what we need to know now. What do we need to know now? What do we need to know now? What do we need to know now? We are thanking all of the energy in the atmosphere, in the galaxies, in the universes, in the multi-dimensions. We're thanking all of the energy from our ancestors, from our higher self. We're thanking the energy from all beings in the universe, seen and unseen. That's here for our protection, our growth, our guidance, for our courage and boldness. Make it clear and make it plain. What do we need to know right now? What do we need to know right now? Give us the chakra energy for right now. I love when they come through. This just fucking, let me tell y'all. Holistic healing. We talked about this in the beginning. Root chakra energy. I talked about what was going on with the color codes right now, and that your root chakra is being attacked with fear, and you needed to ground yourself. Holistic healing is popping up. Not just healing the areas in your life physically, but mentally, emotionally, and also within the family dynamics is going to be important, right? Need to know that. So if your house ain't looking right, meaning, and I'm not just talking about your physical house with your family, I'm talking about your inner house. Whatever it is you're seeking outside of yourself, you first need to be able to give that to yourself. Whether that's love, whether that's affection, whether that's praise, okay? whether that's support, whatever it is you're looking outside of yourself for, you first need to be able to give that to yourself. That's the only way you can attract that. Okay. So you need to know that. All right. Now, also the energy is popping up here with crown chakra energy, which is peace. And y'all know how I feel. We've been collecting peace for years now. It is time for you to take all those peace that you've been collecting and step into your wholeness. Okay? Collect all your peace, or your pieces of the pieces that you've been collecting for years, and step into your wholeness. Holistic healing. And let me just say something right now. It is okay for you to remove anything toxic from your life, whether it is a toxic relationship, toxic thinking, okay, a toxic habit, all right, toxic people. All right. It is okay for you to do that. It is okay for you to love people from a distance, because I understand that we got family, right? And I understand that, people are still quarantining, but it is okay for you to emotionally disconnect yourself from toxicity if you can't physically detach yourself. It is okay for you to do that. And you don't need nobody's permission to do that either. Right? So you got root chakra energy telling you need to ground yourself, right? And get whole and get real with yourself. Right? And then you got the crown chakra telling you to tap into that place that surpasses all understanding, where you can really operate from a place where you don't worry. Okay. Now this also indicates your pineal gland activity, spiritual awakening, spiritual ascension. Oh, I just did that and it tickled y'all. Oh, I feel the energy right here. Oh my gosh, I feel the energy right here. Okay. So you got root chakra and you got crown chakra. All right. Now let's get up in here and see what other wisdom they got. What else do you want my wonderful, wonderful tribe to know? What else you want the tribe to know? Give us some wisdom. Give us some wisdom to move within this energy. What do you want the tribe to know? What wisdom do you have? Okay. Okay. So, all right, here we go. We got emotional loss popping up here, which is the number 5. I've been singing this song, I want to say, throughout all of the daily vibrations from since January. We are in a year of 5. Heart chakra. The number 5 sits in the center of the birth chart, which is a heart chakra energy. The number 5 is a one constant thing that's promised to you in this particular realm, which is change, right? Nothing stays the same. Everything is changed. So if you're dealing with any emotional loss, and this does not have to do anything to do with love, this can just be maybe feeling sad from past, like things have changed. Do you know how drastic things have changed? People that are go-getters, that are used to doing and getting up and moving and doing shit, may feel like they've lost something emotionally because they're not able to move the way that they usually move. They feel secluded. Earth signs right now, okay? Fire signs right now. Earth and fire signs right now may be having a very difficult time right now, especially the people that are spontaneous within their energy and like to get up and move and like action, right? So it's deal with things emotionally as they come in. This does not necessarily mean that you are losing a physical relationship or dealing with something painful in a relationship. This could just be you observing and taking a look at the world around you and having to adjust emotionally to the drastic change of the new world that we're in. Okay, so I want to put that out there. All right, and as you reevaluate that, you also want to reevaluate your partnerships and alliances. And we've been talking about that for a little while, right? Who are you making alliances with? What's important to you now? Okay, this is going to be important, especially in the realms of how you're producing and creating money and attracting money, right? Or your partnerships and your alliances with people that has a lack mentality. You gotta be mindful of this. Your group of friends, okay, that you have closest to you in your inner circle that you speak to on a daily basis is really a representation, okay, of your future. All right. So I want to say right now, honestly, if you are just sitting around people and the only thing that's going on is complaining and hardship, that's a great indication of your future. But if you're in a company of people that is talking about prosperity and moving forward and creating anew, that's a good indication of where you're headed. Okay? So let go of the things that no longer serve you. Whatever you're holding on to emotionally that no longer serves you, you need to let go of that. Because remember, it's time to get grounded, to get healthy, emotionally, mentally, and physically. Okay? Step into your peace. Yep. Stop and breathe. It's rough. Learning to slow down and think. Yep. Especially in this energy. And in this energy, it's going to be important to slow down. Okay. Financial and material changes is on hand. And we talked about that with this Taurus energy, the second house energy, and the placement with Uranus and Mars right now happening. Okay. And we got a lot of Aquarian placements happening right now. Like I told you guys, like literally all of the planets are sitting on one half of the chart collectively. Right now. Now, they may show up in different houses in your birth chart. So that does not mean that your birth chart is sitting on one half of the wheel. It doesn't mean that. Just planetary wise and what's going on in the heavens is sitting on one half of the wheel. But in your birth chart, it may be all over your wheels, and you may have to take a look at different houses. Okay. I have several empty houses in my birth chart. I got at least more than 2 empty houses in my birth chart. I'm just going at least, yeah, definitely 2 empty houses in my birth chart, which just simply means I don't have a lot of life lessons left in that particular area, right? It's possible that that heavy lifting in that area, that doesn't need to be done in that particular house, right? So I have a couple of houses that's empty that I've learned that lesson, and I don't need to repeat it anymore because I've mastered that. And so just keep that in mind. Depending on what's going on in your chart, the lesson and the intensity of the lesson may be different. But nevertheless, it's still a lesson for you to learn. Okay. So financial and material changes are what at hand right now. And keeping in mind, this is going to be unfolding up until about 2025, because I believe that is when Uranus leaves Taurus. And Uranus brings change. It brings liberation and freedom. So yeah, you got liberation and freedom happening in your money house. Okay, y'all? Okay. So let's see. All right. We're gonna pull some moonology cards and just kind of see what the energy is in the moon as far as emotionally is concerned and what you need to know on the emotional level. All right. And what does my tribe need to know on an emotional level? Let us know what we need to know on the emotional level. What is the message for our emotions? What is the message emotionally? What is the message emotionally? Okay. Oh, a new start is coming, y'all. New moon. I love this. Didn't we just talk about this? We talked about all of this in the beginning. All right. My stomach is growling, y'all. I'm going to have to go get me something to eat. Woo. Okay. The next message is a personal issue reaches resolution. This is what we've been talking about, y'all. Okay. And the last one is you are good enough. A new start is coming. These issues that you've been dealing with, right? They're coming to a resolution, and the message is you're good enough. Bottom of the deck is the end of a tough cycle. Okay. Be mindful, we are in Pisces season. Pisces season is known for illusions, as well as being able to transcend past those illusions, okay? We are in Mercury retrograde until tomorrow. The shadow is going to be until about the first week of March, so you can still feel wonky communication until about the first week of March, so you need to be mindful of that, okay? If you've had your circle backs within this retrograde energy, especially from the exes, you want to be mindful that you're not repeating a next 20-year cycle dealing with ex bullshit that you should be releasing. Okay. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it, y'all. Ashley said, I love those messages. Yeah, Ashley, I don't know. I think you're part of Patreon, right? If you're part of Patreon, Ashley, you need to check out the ancestor message. It was very detailed this month. Yeah. The message is very similar, Ashley, but they go into, like I go into, yeah, you get a good vibe over there. Okay, yeah. So I'm going to be back on Monday with the daily vibrations. They are going to be shorter because right now, because I created the new Instagram channel that you guys need to go on and make sure you sign up, okay, for your inner voice, also on Instagram, right? You are welcome, Ocean Lover. The vibrations are going to be back on Monday. They are going to be 15 minutes or less. And that is because if they're over 15 minutes, I can't upload them on Instagram. All right. So that's why they're not longer anymore. All right. So you're going to see them again starting Monday on my podcast, Instagram, as well as Facebook and YouTube. All right. Oh, you did today? You watched it today? Okay, perfect. Okay. Just know that, all right? Those will be back on Monday. I want to thank you guys so much for being patient with me as I studied and learned and as I listened for myself, okay? I love you guys much too. I'm going to go grab something to eat, okay? Monthlies for the channel will be back in March, okay? But if you're part of the Patreon communities, there are monthlies over there waiting for you, okay? But they're done via the elementals on Patreon, just so you know. If you're part of the Patreon community, you need to know that we're doing the karma readings on the 23rd, okay? Which I believe is next Tuesday. If I'm not mistaken, let me just verify. You need to know that karma readings are going to be on the 23rd, which is next Tuesday at 3 p. Is it 2 p.m.? At 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you are live, okay, you are able to get your live karma reading, okay, on Patreon if you're live, okay, if you're there while I'm doing the live, all right? And if you're not there while I'm doing the live, you can always do the playback to get the karma message, all right? That's how we do it, okay? So, my lovelies, I'm going to see you guys on Monday with the Daily Vibration. Hop on over to Instagram and make sure that you guys, subscribe over on Instagram. Is it subscribe or follow? Follow over on Instagram. If you have an iPhone, okay, and you are part of the Clubhouse community, you want to find me on Clubhouse, okay? I am going to be doing lectures in Clubhouse also, okay? Right now, I believe that they only have it on iPhones. All right. So they haven't rolled it out to Androids yet. So if you're on Clubhouse, you want to find me in Clubhouse, I'm going to be doing lectures there. And I'm also going to be breaking down the vibrations on Clubhouse. That's why I love Clubhouse, because we can interact, right? So, all right, my loves, I'm going to see y'all soon, okay? I'm not going to stay away that long. I promise you. I know I've been gone for like 2 months. I haven't done a live, but I won't stay away for that long. March is right here, and I'm back up and running again in March, okay? I love you guys much. I'm going to see you guys in the next live, okay? And thank each of one of you for tuning in. Do something kind for yourself. Love yourself, okay? And I'm going to see you guys in the next live. Bye, my lovelies. Bye, Sam.